Hello there. Welcome to the Seashell shop. No matter how many times I say it, I still get it tongue twisted. Oh, don't ask me to say it again. Fine. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Okay, let me try again. She sells seashell. No, sachet. She sells seashells down by the seashore. 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 She sells seashells. Okay, I messed that one up. You tried, okay? Well, clearly you're at the Seashell shop. And my name is Tony, so if you ever need anything, I'll be here. I'm working 9 to 5, Monday through Thursday here, okay? Yes. Yeah, these are on display, so we're also selling these portraits. That's a sea turtle over there, a starfish. We also sell that door hanger, which is composed of different various shells on a string, and another one, and some palm trees over there and stuff. So we also have bird portraits and everything else. Yeah, we also sell t-shirts. This is one of them. But anyway, for the most part, it's kind of like a shanty souvenir shop by the beach, and people come here in their sandy flip-flops all the time and just shop for the stuff that they can't find on the shoreline. So yeah. I guess I can start off by showing you our largest display. Sure. Yeah, this is our most popular pick. It's kind of like we have a bunch of these different big plates set out, and people just pick at random and put it in a little satchel. I know a lot of words starting with the letter S. I can make another tongue twister if you want. I'm just kidding. But that'll take all day, so I won't take up too much of your time. But yeah, so basically we have these placed strategically in different departments of the store, and people just scoop their hand in, pick whatever they get, and put them in a satchel, and then we charge by the dollar, so it's like about $5 per satchel. So however much they can fill that little bag with of seashells, that's what they get. Kind of like those little shiny polished rock pebbles, stones that are like river rocks that they put in a big huge box, and people just dig and pick at random and put them in a bag. Same concept, except with seashells. So let me show you. And I'm telling you, I don't know if you saw it when you walked in or if you came directly to me, but yeah. Huge display. Huge. Okay. So you can pick at random. Whichever you like. So I can show you some of the things. Certainly. It's pretty noisy, so I'll set it down here. So this is one of them. And we don't really name these, but these are part coral. Some of them we really don't have a name for. They're just picked and found, and people have found quite some valuable rare things like fossils unintentionally in our store. I mean, we don't really check everything that deeply that we get. We try to just eye them over, and if they look like a seashell, we'll put them, but sometimes they're actual dino bones and fossils, very rare. Don't get me wrong. Don't think you'll get rich quick coming in here, honey, okay? I'm just saying that's quite rare, but it only happened once in the 10 years we've had the shop. But I'm saying it is a possibility, like anything else is possible, like getting struck by lightning today. Okay, did I mean to scare you? I didn't. That was a poor example. Let's move on. So, I like this one because it's porous and it looks fossilized, but it's not. tiger's eye kind of shell because of the color. And it has these brown and creamy white stripe patterns, sort of like a tiger's eye crystal would. And the back is quite smooth, almost a pink hue to it. But yeah, it's always exciting to find one of these. And they're rigid, so they make quite a collection, but these, quite honestly, are one of the most common shells you'll find. And then we have, let's see, I guess I'll show you how large they can get. Yeah, they get pretty big. This is actually about how big they get. So you can see the difference from the last one compared to my hand, but again, the same uniform markings on the side and turning into white. These are pretty hilarious with our customers. I'll show you a couple. Because they look like dead fingernails, like mermaid fingernails. And there's actually a myth that there are mermaids and that they use these for their nails. Oh, you don't know. You want to see? Okay. Well, I don't know how officially I can do this, but I can shortly show you. You see how it kind of looks like the fingernails? I guess whichever way you turn it. Wolverine much. Yeah. So, yeah, people use that all the time. They take selfies with these in here, and yeah. Honestly, these are actually broken off pieces of a bigger shell. Like an abalone. But they are quite commonly formed into that because people on the beach step on them and break them, or over time they just get eroded in the water, and by the time they hit the shore they're this broken nail looking piece. So it's quite hilarious to see people's reaction. Here's another one. It is this blue, almost rock formation. And we believe it comes from a bigger chunk. But we're not too sure what that could be. But hey, another interesting one. People like to come in here and collect. So whatever looks different, they'll take it. This has 2 baby shells in it. We call this the mother because it's like holding her children in there. Kind of like a kangaroo holding the baby in the pouch. So these are quite more rare to find and exciting because they have this spiral formation. It's quite rare to find it without this broken off. And usually snails like to crawl in here, little baby crabs, and make it their home, like the shell of their back. Although it'd be harder to make this a movable home because of its curved in formation. They mostly sleep in there, but in terms of walking, this doesn't do the trick for them. You would need a larger, more wide out conch, if that makes sense. Especially for adults. But that was a matte finish one. This is more of a glossy finish. You see it's shinier and smoother. That's simply because they're the same one. It's just this got smoothed over by water far longer over time than that one did. So that one eventually, if it continued staying in the water, would be glazed over like this as well. And yes, you can actually find them like this, like those smooth pebbles, river rocks. Yeah, it just takes years and years of water running over it, moving water, that is, to cause it to form like this. So, yeah. And then we have these, which could be resemblant and classified to a fossilized rock, which it may as well be. But so are all the seashells. They're all fossils, correct? So we decided to put this in the batch, not knowing exactly what it is, but you can clearly see some fossilized bones in there. So God knows what it is, but there you go. This is just our display plate, so you cannot select any of these from here. But we have, again, like 5, 6 others set around, so you can pick and choose. Then we have these, which what I was talking about in terms of crabs and such. They need a wider opening and a larger one to make it a moving home. Yeah, it's more of these. I would say even bigger for adults. But this has the star formation on the top. And again, we call this like a tiger's eye conch shell because of the color, so very fascinating. This still has sand in it. It's like an instrument. Yep, this is it, even bigger. This is what I'm talking about. And this is a white one that is not glossy, but it is quite smooth still. So that's another version of that. I'm trying to show you the interesting ones here. This is a cool one. It has some pink on the bottom, and it's actually spiky, kind of like a porcupine or I guess a pufferfish, I should say. A sea creature instead of a land creature, but yeah, it's quite sharp. Some spiky stripes to it. Very cool, right? Yeah. And then I think this one you will really like. It is a tiny spiraled shell. Very pointy. Has the grooves on it. It's like a baby version of what I just showed you. So, very cool. Very cool. And then we have these purpley wavy formations in a typical looking seashell. These are always fun to find. Sorry, the plate was getting heavy on my legs, so I had to put it down, but yeah. I think people mostly get these because they look cool. So this one, which is quite unusual. It looks like someone just stepped on it and squished it if it was moldable. It's quite strange, yeah, I know. And what else? I mean, there's tons, but that was some samples. This one is glazed over as well. Very smooth, no ridges, nothing. Creamy white brown color. Then we have this one, which is the same shape, but a different color and different kind of ridges. It's a different species of fossilized shell, but still different and cool. Then we have this one, which is just a smooth, creamy white color, and it's huge. And these are actually quite frequent on the beach as well. Yeah, it almost has like a coffee top color to it on the bottom. You can see some of the pores on it. It's fun to find one with a hole like right there, so you make a necklace out of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, or you could drill your own, but you have to be careful because when you drill along the thin area, it's quite fragile, and then the whole piece tends to break off. So You have to do your research on that one, but what else? And here's another that I can show you that is broken. So, you know, these are of the less rarity. These are quite common to find, but to find a whole enclosed one that's not chipped off like I just showed you is quite a rare one, a rare find. There's a very much smaller version of this. It's a baby version, I know. It's so cool. And I think that's pretty much it for our display. Here's one with the hole. You see that? That hole right there. In a cool color. Smaller version. This is like pink and it looks like 80s furniture, doesn't it? Right, the Golden Girls era. That's pretty much it. I've showed you all the interesting ones. There's a ton more in this plate. Hundreds more, but yeah, so let me show you another one. We also not only sell those seashell holders, but these as well. Just a basic, like, it looks like a seashell, but it's metallic, so for, I guess, a modern style home. And we put some samplers on here to show you. These are usually meant to display our more interesting ones, like this one, as you can see. This has a really rare coral color to it. You don't find these too much around. Look at this one. One of these without a head, and look, 3 little black shells trapped in it. Very cool. We don't even know what that is. I mean, it looks like, yeah, it's just like little pebbles. Another one that's almost perfect and very smooth. But everything is perfect in nature, of course. But yeah, we pretty much chose coral matte colored ones on display for this one. But you can get creative with your own designs, so that's up to you. And then we also sell this one, which is one of our top pick favorites. Yes, isn't it pretty? It's how do they make it? So they torch it with silver, and it gets glazed on. And this is just a display of coral, so it holds your shells. And there's the little, they're pretty big, but the shells that hold the shells, and the handle so you don't drop it. But yeah, here's another one of those weird ones, another one of those spiked ones. So you can just put things in different colors to contrast. And look at this monstrous one. This is what we call perfect finding. Another one of these unusual square ones. And then we have this one, which is one of the largest ones that are not broken off. So very cool, right? Yeah. Well, people have found even larger ones. Yeah, sometimes we sell those when we can find them. We pretty much get a huge net and just have someone sail out and just scoop a bunch up, and whatever we find, we find. Usually we find more impressive ones because they're not along the shore. Like, we don't really have anyone walk out and handpick them. That would take all day. And again, most of them on the shore, by the time they get to the shoreline, they become eroded and are not the same quality as if you find them deep out to sea. So thanks for coming in. I hope you enjoy your selection and what you might be finding and looking for in here. So feel free to browse around and pick. So good luck with your selections. I'm here if you need me.